Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories. Today we're bringing you a matchup between two Shawnee Mission schools as the Shawnee Mission North Indians take on the Shawnee Mission South Raiders. Let's go ahead and meet our competitors. First from North.
Hi, I'm Tristan Abbott, and I'm a junior.
I'm Adam Moon, and I'm a senior.
I'm Nick White, and I'm a junior.
I'm Jenny Warren, and I'm a junior.
I'm Goldia Kiddick, and I'm a sophomore.
And our competitors from Shawnee Mission South.
I am senior Joshua Persicini.
I'm junior Josh Watkins.
I'm sophomore James Marks.
I'm senior Jillian Kincaid.
I'm a junior and I'm Todd Nobles.
Fantastic. Here on Categories in the first round, each team will take a turn answering a question. If they respond incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal. We did a coin toss before we started taping, and it was won by Shawnee Mission North. So North, here is your first category. It is U.S. history. Ironically, what state became the 36th to ratify the 21st Amendment, ending prohibition? And here's a hint. The state is dominated by a religion which forbids the consumption of alcohol. Tristan.
Utah.
It is Utah. Raiders, general knowledge. It is an organization of workers who, through their leaders, act as a group in bargaining with their employers. What is it called? Josh P.
A union?
A union. Indians, science, anatomy. What do we call the main extensor muscle of the arm called? Time on that. Raiders, what do we call, this is science anatomy, what do we call the main extensor muscle of the arm? Josh W.
Bicep.
It is the tricep, the tricep. Raiders, you do have the next category. It is government. Article 1 of the UN Charter says that maintaining what is the UN's primary purpose? Josh W.
Peace.
Peace. That's the answer. Indians, general knowledge for you. What is the step between medical college and residency for most doctors? Raiders, chance to steal this general knowledge category. What's the step between medical college and residency for most doctors? Josh P.
Internship.
Internship is correct.
Thank you.
Raiders, literature is your category. Mark Twain is associated with Hannibal, Missouri. Which author brings to mind the Salinas Valley of California? Josh W.
Wow. Had it. Wait. F. Scott Fitzgerald?
That is incorrect. Sorry. Indians, chance to steal this literature category. Tristan?
John Steinbeck.
John Steinbeck is correct. Indians, you have the next category. It is language. Give the Yiddish word meaning mechanical defect or risky undertaking. Raiders, chance to steal this language category. Give the Yiddish word meaning mechanical defect or risky undertaking. We're looking for glitch. Glitch. South, you do have the next category. It is science. Quantum theory deals with the ability of the electron to behave both as wave and gas, particle and gas, wave and ray, particle and wave. Josh W.
Particle and wave.
That is correct. North, music, composers is your category. Beethoven and Brahms, but not Bach, made music where? Time on that. Raiders, chance to steal this music composers category. Beethoven and Brahms, but not Bach, made music where? James.
Vienna.
Vienna is correct. Raiders, you have the next category. It is U.S. geography. The Transcontinental Railroad completed with a golden spike in 1869, passed through only 5 states. Name 3 of them. Josh P.
California, Nevada, Kansas.
That is incorrect. Indians, chance to steal this U.S. geography category. The Transcontinental Railroad, completed with a golden spike in 1869, passed through only 5 states. Name 3 of them. Adam?
California, Nevada, and Nebraska.
Those are 3 of the 5. The other 2, Colorado and Utah. Colorado and Utah. Indians, you do get the next category. It is current events. Name the winners of the Republican primaries and caucus elections in Iowa, New Hampshire, and South Carolina, in that order. Adam.
Iowa was Rick Santorum, New Hampshire was Mitt Romney, and South Carolina was Newt Gingrich.
That is correct. Raiders, you have a world geography category question. Which Baltic state is across the Gulf of Finland from Finland? Josh P.
Sweden.
It is not Sweden. Indians, chance to steal this world geography category. Which Baltic state is across the Gulf of Finland from Finland? Adam?
Latvia.
It is not Latvia, it's Estonia. Estonia. Indians, you do get the next category, however, it is general knowledge. In 2006, floodwaters inundated Juarez, Mexico. And what city just across the border? Adam.
El Paso.
It is El Paso. South, you get the next question. It is history. Give me the year in which this headline occurred. Martin Luther King Jr. assassinated. James?
1965.
That is incorrect. Indians, chance to steal this history category. Give me the year of this headline. Martin Luther King Jr. assassinated. Sorry, time on that, 1968. 1968. Indians, you do get the next category. It's fine arts theater. Sir Thomas More, beheaded by Henry VIII over religious differences, was the subject of a popular Broadway play. Name the play that dramatized Sir Thomas More's life. Raiders, chance to steal this fine arts theater category. Sir Thomas More, beheaded by Henry VIII over religious differences, was the subject of a popular Broadway play. Name the play that dramatized Sir Thomas More's life. Josh P.
Utopia.
It's not Utopia, it's A Man for All Seasons. A Man for All Seasons. South, you do get the next category. Literature terminology is the category. What literary term describes a humorous scene or incident in a serious story introduced by the writer to ease tension and to intensify the rest of the play? James.
Comic relief.
It is comic relief. North, science, genetics is your category. What is the name for differently paired genes for a particular trait? Time on that. Raiders, chance to steal this science genetics category. What is the name for differently paired genes for a particular trait? James.
Phenotypes.
It's not phenotypes. We're looking for heterozygous. Heterozygous. Raiders, you do get the next category. It is economics. What is the term used to describe a period of temporary business slowdown, usually accompanied by overproduction and underemployment? James.
Recession.
Recession. Indians, geography is your category. What huge structure backs up the Colorado River to form Lake Mead? Adam?
Hoover Dam.
It is the Hoover Dam. Raiders, sports is your category. What Olympic sport, winter Olympic sport, combines cross-country skiing with rifle marksmanship? Jillian.
A biathlon.
Biathlon, very good. Shawnee Mission North, history, famous quotations is your category. What did H.G. Wells call the war that will end all war? Tristan.
World War I.
That is World War I. Very good. Raiders, general knowledge is your category. Name the top 2 wheat-producing countries in the Western Hemisphere. James.
Okay. The United States and Canada.
Those are the 2. Very good. Indians, math is your category. What is the slope of the line containing the points 1, 1 and 0, 8? Jenny?
7.
Cannot accept that. Sorry. Raiders, you have a chance to steal this math category. What is the slope of the line containing the points 1, 1 and 0, 8? Josh P.
-7.
-7 is correct. -7. Raiders, you do get the next category, economics. What do we call the highest price anyone has declared that he wants to pay for security at a given time? Is it a proposal, bid, yield, or split? Josh P.
Bid.
It is a bid. Shawnee Mission North, world geography is your category. The continent originally known or named New Holland is now known as what? Adam?
New York.
It is not New York. Raiders, chance to steal this world geography category. The continent originally named New Holland is now known as what? Josh W.
Australia.
Australia is correct. Current events is your category, Raiders. Votes on this bill in the U.S. House and Senate were canceled after a series of coordinated online protests against this online piracy act. James?
SOPA.
SOPA is correct. Science, chemistry is your category, Indians. What are 2 types of covalent bonding? Adam?
Polar and nonpolar.
Those are the 2. Another science question for you, Raiders. Anatomy, however, is the topic on this one. What human features have arches, loops, whorls, islands, and dots? Josh W.
Fingerprints.
Fingerprints is correct. Shawnee Mission North, U.S. Geography is your category. What's the only New York City borough connected to the mainland? Adam?
The Bronx.
It is the Bronx. Raiders, next category for you is flags. Finland, Poland, Holland, and Greece. What color do all their national flags have? James?
White.
White is correct. Indians, sports is your category. We will finish the question. What word refers to the point of an arrow in archery, the hitting end of the club in golf, the margin of victory in horse racing, and the part of the racket that hits the ball in tennis? Time on that. Raiders, chance to steal the sports category question. What word refers to the point of an arrow in archery, the hitting end of a club in golf, the margin of victory in horse racing, and the part of the racket that hits the ball in tennis? Josh P.
Head.
Head is correct. With that correct response, you've opened up a bit of a lead here going into halftime. The score right now is Shawnee Mission South 16, Shawnee Mission North 9. At this time in our program, we will go to a campus update from each school as we have a member give us the ins and outs of what's happening in their community. And first from Shawnee Mission North, we have Adam. Adam, what is happening with the Indians?
Well, recently our basketball team is coming off a 3rd place finish in the Shawnee Mission North, Shawnee Mission West Classic. Our swim team has qualified relay to state as well as several individuals to state. Our NJRTC program has taken first in all of its competitions, and our drama department just finished our winter musical, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, which sold out 4 times.
Awesome, awesome. And that's one thing that North really does a great job is with their theater department. I've been to several of the productions. It's awesome. And Josh P., what is happening with the Raiders over on 107th Street?
Well, recently our academic decathlon team won state for the 12th time in a row and is going to compete in nationals in Albuquerque at some point. Our basketball team won against Shawnee Mission West last Friday and is now 10-2. And we recently had our Masterworks concert, which features different soloists playing classical music. So.
All right, so lots of things going on right now.
Many.
And people say that February is a dull time of the year, but it's not. All right. All right, as we head into the second round, we are going to have a look and listen question for our contestants and for you playing at home. All right, and our look and listen question is the beginning of our lightning round. The first team to ring in and respond correctly will be awarded 2 points. And teams, I just want you to be aware that this might be a look and listen. It might just be a look. It might just be a listen. So you have to be careful. All right, here we go. The look and listen question to start our lightning round. Name the primary compound that interferes with this process, leading to limits in its production.
The free oxygen atom quickly combines with a nearby oxygen molecule to reform ozone. We see that ozone forms, breaks up, and forms again in a repeating process. Because of this continuous repeating process, UV is absorbed by ozone.
Tristan.
Chlorofluorocarbons.
That's exactly right. CFCs or Freon. 2 points for North. All right. Both teams, here we go for the remainder of our lightning round. Everybody, hands on buzzers. Here we go. First category of the second round is Fine Arts Theater. Welcome to Berlin was the original title of what musical play?
Producers.
I'm sorry.
The Producers.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Raiders, chance to steal this Fine Arts Theater question. Welcome to Berlin was the original title of what musical play? James.
The Sound of Music.
It is not The Sound of Music. It's Cabaret. Cabaret. U.S. history for both teams. Luis Munoz Marin was the first elected governor of what U.S. territory? Tristan?
New Mexico.
It is not New Mexico. South, chance to steal this U.S. history category. Luis Munoz Marin was the first elected governor of what U.S. territory? Josh P.
California.
It is not California. It's Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Literature for both teams. In Through the Looking Glass, Alice finds what quirk about the White Queen? Runs to stay in place, talks in riddles. James?
She ages backwards, and yeah.
Perfect, yeah. Lives or ages backwards is what we were looking for. And I didn't even get a chance to read that option. Very good. All right, both teams, here we go. Vocabulary is the category. What word means to split? It means a split or division in an organized group, especially Josh P.
A schism.
A schism is correct. U.S. history for both teams, another multiple choice question. The first transit subway began operation in New York City in 1904. It was called the Big Apple, Manhattan Special, Bronx Limited, or Interborough. Josh W.
Manhattan Special.
That is incorrect. Indians, chance to steal this U.S. history category. Remember, it's multiple choice. The first transit subway began operation in New York City in 1904. It was called the Big Apple, Manhattan Special, Bronx Limited, Interborough. Adam.
Interborough.
Interborough is correct. Fine arts, music for both teams. Beethoven used what poem by what poet as the text for his finale of his Ninth Symphony? Adam.
Ode to Joy. By
Time on that, sorry. Raiders, chance to steal this fine arts music category. Beethoven used what poem by what poet as the text for his finale of his Ninth Symphony? Adam, you had Ode to Joy, but we were also looking for Schiller. Schiller was the poet. Both teams, sports is the category. Name the two teams involved in a college football game for possession of the little brown jug. Here's a hint. The rivalry is between the Golden Gophers and the Wolverines. Adam?
Minnesota and Michigan.
Those are the two. Math for both teams. The number 30 is 25% of what number? Tristan?
120.
120 is correct. World geography for both teams. Dublin is the capital of Ireland. What is the capital of Northern Ireland? James?
Belfast.
Belfast is correct. Economics for both teams. What do we call the policy of admitting imports without payment of customs duties? Josh W.
Smuggling.
Cannot accept smuggling. Sorry. Shawnee Mission North, economics is your category. What do we call the policy of admitting imports without payment of customs duties? Call that free trade. Free trade. Literature for both teams. What is the Dickens novel from which the line, "Barkis is willin'," is taken? Jillian.
David Copperfield.
That is the one we're looking for. Very good. Science, chemistry for both teams. What do chemists call substances with identical chemical formulas but with various physical and chemical properties? They're called isomers. Isomers. Another science question for both teams. A toxin produced by a bacteria causes painful contraction of jaw, neck, and respiratory muscles. The bacteria often enters through cuts. Name this often fatal disease that can be, Josh P.
Tetanus.
Tetanus or lockjaw. Either one would have been acceptable. History for both teams. What country used liquefied coal extensively during World War II? Adam.
Japan.
It is not Japan. Raiders, chance to steal this history category. What country used liquefied coal extensively during World War II? Josh P.
Germany.
It is Germany. Music, instruments is the category. What instrument's name is Italian for small? James.
Piano.
That is incorrect. Shawnee Mission North, chance to steal this music instruments category. What instrument's name is Italian for small? Tristan?
Piccolo.
Piccolo is correct. Both teams, history is the next category. During the 19th century, what section of the U.S. advocated the most democratic reforms, such as extending the right to vote and establishing nominating conventions? Was it the South, the East, the West? Josh P.
The West.
It is the West. Literature is the next category for both teams. His first published poem was The Negro Speaks of Rivers. His last volume of poetry, The Panther and the Lash, was published in 1967, the year he died. Name this writer of the Harlem Renaissance, who also... Tristan.
Langston Hughes.
It is Langston Hughes. U.S. geography for both teams. What Florida city is nicknamed the $1 billion sandbar? Josh W.
Miami.
Cannot accept Miami. Shawnee Mission North. U.S. geography is the category, and you have a chance to steal. What Florida city is nicknamed the $1 billion sandbar? Adam.
Palm Beach.
It is not Palm Beach. It is Miami Beach. Miami Beach. We had to have the beach on there. Sorry about that, Josh. Government is the next category. The spirit of reform after the turn of the century in America was reflected in the creation of what courts to handle cases with children as defendants? Josh W.
Juvenile courts.
That is correct. Current events for both teams. Recently, Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords announced her plans regarding her seat in the House of Representatives. What are her plans? Josh W.
She resigned from the Senate. She gave up her seat.
She gave up her seat. She resigned. Science for both teams. Dolphins have long, narrow snouts. Otherwise, they very closely resemble what other? Josh W.
Oh, porpoises.
Porpoises. History for both teams. In July 1976, Israeli paratroopers rescued more than 100 passengers held captive at Entebbe Airport. This airport is located in what continent? Adam?
Asia.
It is not Asia. Raiders' chance to steal this history category. In July 1976, Israeli paratroopers rescued more than 100 passengers held captive at Entebbe Airport. This airport is located in what continent? Todd?
Africa.
It is Africa. Fine arts composers is the next category for both teams. He had no musical training. He played only the black keys on his piano and only in the key of F sharp. Name the composer of Blue Skies and Puttin' on the Ritz. James.
Cole Porter.
It is not Cole Porter. North, chance to steal this fine arts composers category. He had no musical training. He played only the black keys on his piano and only in the key of F sharp. Name the composer of Blue Skies and Puttin' on the Ritz. Adam?
Irving Berlin.
It is Irving Berlin. World history for both teams. Another Israel question. Israel, as an independent state, came into being in May of 1948. Before that, the territory was held in mandate by what? Tristan.
Britain.
Britain. U.S. history for both teams. In 1895, there were only 2 cars in the whole state of Ohio. What did they do? Josh P.
They carry coal.
Incorrect. Shawnee Mission North. U.S. history is the category. Your chance to steal. In 1895, there were only 2 cars in the whole state of Ohio. What did they do? Adam?
Pull the plow.
They did not pull a plow. The actual answer is they collided with one another. Pretty funny. All right, identify the authors of, the category, I'm sorry, category is Fine Arts Theater. Identify the authors of Camelot. James?
Rodgers and Hammerstein.
It's not Rodgers and Hammerstein. Shawnee Mission North, chance to steal this Fine Arts Theater category. Identify the authors of Camelot. Lerner and Lowe. Lerner and Lowe. World geography for both teams. Angel Falls are in South America. On what continent would you find Victoria? Josh W.
Africa.
Africa is correct. Another math question, fairly difficult, I would imagine. Just for giggles, let's do the math question. Find the derivative of 3x cubed plus 2x squared plus 6x. Josh P.
9x squared plus 6x plus 6.
Sorry, that is incorrect. Shawnee Mission North, chance to steal this math category. Find the derivative of 3x cubed plus 2x squared plus 6x.
Squared plus 4x plus 6.
That's what we're looking for. Point to North on that one. That siren does designate the end of our game, however, and Shawnee Mission South comes out ahead with a score of 28 and Shawnee Mission North 19. Please join us again next time here on Categories as we'll bring you the best and brightest minds of high school students all throughout Johnson County.